Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hope that you're doing well, having a nice day out there, a good evening, perhaps like myself. We're listening to this track, Fumeux, fume, parfumee, as written, composed originally by Solage, as performed by Gothic Voices. We're checking this out because this was suggested and requested by Sylvain. Sylvain, thank you so much for the request. I truly appreciate the support here. We've listened to something of this particular nature this past recently, and I'm kind of curious to hear where this goes. I've been really interested in this music recently. I put on some of the music we've been listening because I not everything that we listen to here, but sometimes I do take like stuff here and I listen to it again on my own and stuff. And I was listening to a lot of like the choral music and stuff, and I put it on for my wife to see like what she thought. It wasn't for her. It wasn't for her, but that's okay. There's something for everybody, and this is for us. So let's go ahead and listen to the track. We will discuss it a little bit after. Here we go. Very unique with their voices, for sure. So unique with the voices acting like they do. it's an incredibly unique approach to this. So first of all, there's a lot of actually unique things about this. The rhythm of it is, I can't describe it because I don't know how to describe it. I don't have the technical know-how. I don't know how to put it into words. But the rhythm of their voices and the way that they work in between each other and rotating around each other, feeling like gears that are constantly like, they look like they're going to clash, but they don't. They perfectly interlock with no room for error, down to the smallest detail. And the way that the three voices compress and expand with each other is really unique. And I don't know, there's something about the rhythm of it that is eccentric and unique. And I know I keep saying unique, but it just feels like that. It sounds like that. I couldn't help but get the imagery in my mind. Imagine yourself back in whatever era this took place in this type of music, and you are at the town square out for the day, getting your face shaved and your hair cut, and this is the barbershop quartet that or trio that is performing literally at the barbershop there, at ye old barbershop. Sorry, I couldn't get that out of my head. I had to get it out. And then the actual singing itself. You have two voices underneath, which kind of act like more of a rhythmic kind of intonation and kind of keeping things moving a certain way, kind of acting almost as if a conductor, so to speak, or you could even say like as a drum and bass, kind of moving things along rhythmically. Then the lead singer on top, who's singing and more pronouncing rather the lines there, he is like the lead singer, the guitarist, the one that's taking the charge. And there were some notes that he sings, which are really interesting because they don't move in perhaps in my modern mind. They don't follow, I guess, the scale that I would expect some of these notes to lead to. Let me see if I can find the example. I don't know if I can find it so quick. I wasn't looking at the times. But there's a note that he sings, and it seems like it's going up, but in my opinion, kind of out of nowhere, he actually goes down and he like flattens the note, which I wasn't expecting. That one. There's something about that. That drop, that drop right there. There's something about that. And he does it several times throughout this piece. There's something about the rhythm of this track and some of the notes, the scaling here. Once again, I can't tell you a technical thing about any of this. And if I'm being honest with you, I only care about that part of things to a very certain extent. I really just wanted to listen to the music, and does it sound good? Yes or no to me? This is a yes. This is a yes. And there's also a version of this on the album that I had been mentioning before, and we took a sample of the first track from Ensemble Project Ars Nova. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing because honestly, I have a feeling I'm going to listen to this album in full at some point. I don't want to spoil it too much for myself, but I want to listen to at least just a snippet of it to see how it compares. At least like a minute. Let's give it a minute. Like I said, I just don't want to spoil myself. Interesting to start that on. Perfect. Okay, so in their interpretation, the vocals are more of, I guess, part of the music itself. Obviously, there's actually instrumentation here rather than strictly just voices. And the vocals are kind of phased into the music a little bit more, while obviously the other version is vocal led and has a stronger presence in that regard. Interesting to interpret this in such kind of completely different ways, almost like covering another artist's track. And even getting with the lyrics, which we'll pull up here in just a moment, but like we're getting back to this whole smoky ideal. And thinking about the version we just listened to from Ensemble, like it does have a little bit of a haziness to it. There is something very kind of smoky with that. But at the same time, with the voices from Gothic Voices, theirs has almost more of a thick, muddled, dense atmosphere that could also be just as hazy, just in a different way. One feels like a light fog, the other feels like smoke. It has a certain thickness to it. Let's look at the lyrics here. Fume, fume. Here we go. I'm reading the English, obviously. A smoker smokes through smoke, a smoky speculation. It's between puffs, his thought. A smoker smokes through smoke, for smoking suits him very well as long as he keeps his attention. A smoker smokes through smoke, a smoky speculation. Now say that 5 times fast. A smoker smokes through smoke, a smoky speculation. A smoker smokes through smoke, a smoky situation. I tried. I gave it a honest college try. So kind of getting back to the ideal of, the smoke being perhaps thoughts, deep thoughts, and of course creating almost a haze in mind. And in between puffs, his thoughts, he gathers his thoughts and is able to see clearly even through the smoke, even through the smokiness of his mind. When you have clarity of mind, able to see through that in part. That's how I would interpret that and how I would read that. How would you read it? I don't know, but you can let me know down below in the comments. Thank you. I was trying to translate. Thank you so much, Sylvain, for the recommendation. Thank you for the support as well. Truly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope that you gathered something from it. Hope that you have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.